look what I have here. Today we're going to use a foam roller. When you watch me do these exercises, if I look happy and not in pain, it is because I'm using a soft foam roller. This workout will work with a hard foam roller. You just might groan more than me. All right, so we're going to start out sitting on the ground. I don't know why I threw it down so dramatically. It's going to go on my legs. I shouldn't have been like that. All right, I want you to start out sitting with your legs straight or just a slight bend to your knees, whichever encourages you to be sitting up on your sit bones. Start with your fingertips on the foam roller. I want you to take a big breath in, sit up tall through your spine. When you exhale, you're going to drop your chin and curl forward as you push the foam roller down your legs. Stay flexed forward and take a breath in. When you exhale, I want you to roll back up, one bone at a time, finding that vertical spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in at the top. Exhale, tip your chin down, curl forward. Round your upper spine, but try to stay on your sit bones so your pelvis is your anchor and doesn't move. Hold there, breathe into your back, feeling that nice deep expansion. And then as you exhale, roll back up. Start at that sit bone feeling again. Push down into them, and you'll create this reaction to counter it. The rest of the tissue lifts you up to the ceiling. One more time, breathe in at the top. Exhale, tip your chin down, flex forward, curl over your legs. Hold there for one more breath in, and then roll back up to vertical. All right, now I'm going to have you slide one hand across. So now you're resting it on top of the opposite leg. You're going to reach your opposite arm back, and I've got my thumb down, pinky up, and now I'm going to have you use a 2-breath pattern. Again, rounding forward, just slightly angling yourself towards one knee, and then inhale to lift back up. And again, as you're rounding forward, keep both sit bones drop down. Your gaze is to the side of your knee. Inhale back up. My back arm's not like loose, but it's also not tense. Coming along for the ride, and I'm lifting my hand just off the floor, and you get that natural sawing motion. One more time. Could have told you that's what this was. Exhale, dive forward, and then back up. Okay, and just take it to the other side. So I've got my arm reaching across to the opposite leg. The free arm's reaching back with the thumb down. Front arm's got thumb up. On your exhale, nod your chin. Maintain the rotation. Curl forward. Look just to the side of the knee. Inhale, push down on both sit bones. Lift back up. Exhale, round forward. When you come back up, make sure that back arm, that the fingertips can touch the floor. You don't want to come up with any tension back there. Curl forward. That will definitely detract from the motion you're trying to get. Inhale, back up. 2 more times. Curl forward, pushing that opposite sit bone down to give you the best stretch. Inhale, lift. 1 more time. Exhale, round forward. And inhale, back up. All right, we're going to lay on the roller now, lengthwise. It should be long enough for you to fit from your hips to your head. I say that like I know how tall you are. It should be long enough for me to fit from my hips to my head. And you may need to use your fingers to figure out if you're at the bottom of it. Leave space between your feet. If you go a little wider, that's more stability. That's more stability. If your feet are closer together, it's going to be more challenging to maintain your balance on your back. Once you've decided where you want your legs, reach both of your arms up to the ceiling with your palms facing each other. Let's tune into your breathing. When you inhale, take the breath in through your nose and try to observe the rib cage expanding in the back. Just feel what happens against that roller. Then exhale through your mouth and gently compress your abdominal wall to create a support that holds you in neutral. Feel that again. Breathe in, sense the expansion, three-dimensionally, hitting the ribs. And then when you exhale, blow the air out and give a little pressure into your feet, just so you feel grounded. Now as you breathe in, send the air into your back while you reach your arms up a little higher towards the ceiling. And then when you exhale, reconnect with the abs and draw your shoulder blades back, very gently pinching them into the roller. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, making more space between the blades. And then exhale, draw the shoulder blades back. And just one more time. Inhale, sense the back of your body, the ribs expanding and the shoulder blades getting wider. And then exhale, feel the ribs hugging together and the shoulder blades drawing in. Now I'm going to have you on your next inhale, Cross your arms so my palms are facing away from my head. And then when I exhale, I'm going to bend both elbows, trying to tap them down to the mat. And then I'm going to reach up, try to cross opposite arms each time. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, reaching up and across. And exhale, back. And inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale, back. Inhale, lift. And then pull back. All right. Hands behind your head. Angle your elbows forward a little bit. Let's try a few sets of the abdominal preparation. So we're just getting that crunch with the upper body to the bottom tip of your shoulder blades. First, when you breathe in, do a very small head nod. Just let the chin start to fall. When you exhale, curl your head and shoulders off the mat, and you want to look just a little higher than your knees. Now let's stay here for a breath in. Try to let your head relax back into your hands. You want to hold your body up from your abs. Then when you exhale, you're going to lower back down, one foot at a time till you're flat. Breathe in, tip your chin down slightly. Exhale, curl forward. As you hold for your inhale, breathe into the sides and the back of the ribs. And as you exhale, use your abs to help you come down slow. They're working while they get longer as you place each rib down and then your head. Inhale, tip the chin down. Exhale, use your breath to curl up, sliding the ribs towards the hips. Hold for your breath in, relax the top of the shoulders, and then exhale, compress your abs and lower back down. Inhale, tip the chin down slightly. Exhale, flex up. Hold to breathe in. And exhale, back down. One more rep. We're going to stay up a little longer. Nod the chin slightly. Curl up your head and shoulders to see your legs. Now stay and just catch the breath. Feel it expand your back. Hold here for an exhale and use your breath to curl up just a little more. Feel a slight intensifying. Good. Stay there. Breathe in. Do it again. Exhale, hug the ribs together, hang out, keep looking at the knees. Last breath in. Exhale to come back down. All right, let's play a different kind of ab game. One hand's going to go on the mat like that. I'm going to have it be the other hand, though, so you can see what's going on here. Okay. We're going to continue to do I don't know what's up with the talking today. We are going to continue to do the ab prep. We are going to add an alternating march. The same hand is going to move the whole time, but it's going to touch a different part of the leg. Follow my lead. This won't be too fast, but the crunch is on 2 breaths. Okay, I'm going to shut up and we're going to do this. Take your working arm, reach it overhead, but leave your elbow bent a little bit just so it doesn't feel tense yet. All right, on the first crunch, I want you to lift the opposite leg. So let's take an exhale, nod the chin, curl up your head and shoulders, go into your march, and I want you to place your hand against your inner thigh. We're just going to pause there, give it a little pressure, and then you're going to lower the foot as you take your arm overhead. Next time, you're going to come up, march the same side leg. Your hand's going to come and meet the outside of the knee. That should be a little more challenging. And then back down. That's where we're going to stay at that slow pace. I want you to feel the challenge and figure out what to do about it. Exhale, nod the chin, crunch forward on the opposite side. So my hand goes to the inner thigh. I just linger, feel that connection. Inhale, back down, and exhale, curl up. So the things you can explore besides speed are also very subtle shifts in where you put your weight. So opposite leg again. On the foot that's not coming up, that's one tool you have. The opposite arm, of course. And then curl up, and hopefully you'll notice a totally different part of your abs contracting, depending on which leg we're lifting. You got one more on each side. For this side, make sure you're looking at your thighs, hang, and then back down, and then same side leg marching up, pressing, and then back down. I just love that. It's like we barely have to change the crunch, and it feels so darn different. All right, hand down. So again, just like a looseness to the working arm, just so you can adjust it as we go. All right, let's do 4 sets on this side. Take a big breath in. When you exhale, nod your chin, curl up the head and shoulders, march your opposite leg, give it a little pressure, and then inhale to come back down. Now same side, exhale, curl up, find the way to counterbalance, and inhale back down. Exhale, round forward, press, linger. Try to keep your pelvis as neutral as possible, but take that with a grain of salt. Curl up. Not falling off your roller is all I should tell you to do. You figure out the rest. And then back down. You got 2 more sets to go. Look towards the legs, keeping your eyes open will help you find that balance, and lower back down, and exhale, lift. Feel the ribs slide to the hips, find that little pressure, and lower. Last two. Curl up, we go opposite leg into the march. Inhale down, and then same side leg into the march, and lower back down again. All right, when you get off the roller, you can just doop onto your side. Speaking of which, we're going to start the next exercise on your side. Okay, so I'm going to slide the roller down, and I'm going to place, so to get the most out of this exercise, let's say it that way. First, make a straight line from your head to your bottom leg. Like, so that side of you is just going to move like a log, rolling. This leg, try to make a 90-degree angle at the hip. If you're there, you're not going to get as much out of it. And try to start with the roller parallel to your other leg and this whole shin on the roller for the best results. Okay, for now, we're going to be on this forearm, but I'm not going to have you commit too much to straight or bend. Just leave it kind of loose, ready to adjust. First phase of this exercise, you're going to rotate from side lying towards your belly. So you can see, you kind of have to do it once to figure out, okay, this is where this arm could be. Now you could straighten it out. And then when you turn back onto your side, come towards it. All right, so I'm going to rotate, and I said I'm log rolling, so that means my head has to turn and look at the floor, and then back to the side. I'm going to push down into the roller. My inner thigh is going to work as it gets longer on this exercise, and then shorter as it pulls the roller back. So I'm going to twist the pelvis towards the floor and return. One more full rep. And then I'm going to have you go into it and stay. All right. So I am giving a little pressure into this hand because, sorry to say boob in an exercise video, but my opposite side boob is pretty smushed right now. So this hand is going to let me push that boob away from the floor just a little bit. Okay. Now, the leg that's on the roller, we're back to that. We're going to rotate it. So I want you to keep the thigh touching the roller, and you're going to try to turn your foot up towards the ceiling and then drop it back down into the roller. Exhale as you lift the foot. Inhale, drop. Linger at the top of the rotation. And even though you're pushing into the roller, it doesn't have to be hard. And it kind of feels like it's making a friction against the muscle tissue. I feel like it's massaging it, but kind of. And then back down. Okay. Next, you're going to bend the arm that's straight, straighten the arm that's bent, and you're going to turn your head to the other side. This is going to be a small range of motion, and I'm sorry if I've set this up so you're not looking at me anymore. You're going to push yourself up with the forearm of the bent side, and you're going to try to increase your rotation and look over your shoulder, and then come out of that extra move. So again, it's pretty restricted. I'm going to twist and then push away from the floor. This reminds me of what I feel like when I'm trying to look over my shoulder and grab my seatbelt in the car. It's that kind of angle. And then back down. You've got two more. My leg is still pushing down on the roller, and I am rolling it slightly. Not intentionally. It just has that give so my pelvis can get the movement it needs. So one more time, looking over the shoulder. And then back down. All right, shrivel up because we got to do this all on the other side. I'm going to actually do it facing away from you, just so you get the benefit of the end of that in case you didn't have a great view. Okay, so I go into side lying. Again, until I've done it once, I'm not going to worry too much about my support arm, but I'm going to try to get everything on my way. I'm going to try to get my leg in line with my torso relatively straight, and 90-degree angle at the hip and the knee. And at first, I'm just playing around with rotating towards prone and then back to side lying. Pressing into the roller, twisting, stretching the inner thigh, and then return. And rotate. Okay, and then just letting that straight arm kind of fall into place. One more full one, looking down to follow the twist and return. All right, next one, you're going to stay in it. Okay, so now we got to figure out how to get a little pressure off your chest. So I'm going to push into the bent arm hand. That elbow's up off the ground. And then I'm going to rotate the leg on the roller, turning the foot up to the ceiling and then back down. Or in the direction of the ceiling. It's never going to get all the way up above the knee, I don't think. Feel free to leave a comment below if I'm wrong. But I want pictures proof. All right, last turn up and then back down. All right, so now let's try this other one. So bent the straight arm, straighten the bent arm, hi, and turn my head the other way. Okay, so I'm pressing up with the forearm that's down, and I'm going to try to look over my shoulder. Ooh, I am way worse on this side. And then back down. I didn't even realize. Rotated look over your shoulder. And then back down. I am giving my straight arm just a bit of pressure, but that's my secondary assistance, like a kickstand. I really want to get the movement coming from my upper back and my shoulder, and then that rotation of my head. And then back down. All right. Take your roller, stay prone. Take your roller overhead. And now you're going to have your legs parallel, about hip width apart, hands a little wider than shoulder width. We're going to come into an upper back extension. I want you to lift up your head and your chest until you're on your bottom one or two ribs. And at the same time, you're going to bend your elbows to bring the roller closer to you. So now I'm rolling it to my fingertips. And then I'm going to come back down into a hover, pushing it away, and it'll sit on the heels of my hands or my wrists. I'm going to bend the elbows, lift the head and chest, drawing back, and then return. If you can think back to when you were laying on the roller, keep going up and down with me. I had you laying on your back and we were bending your elbows, drawing them back towards the floor. Remember that move? There we were feeling your shoulder blades moving. We had done that protraction, retraction, then the row. Here, feel how there's the element of that. Your shoulder blades are pulling back and down when you flex your elbows, and then they're spreading apart when you come down. One more time, drawing back and down, and then return. Now this time, create the same lift with your upper back without bending your elbows. So when you push down on the roller, it'll still come towards you, and then you're going to push it away when you lower back down. And we're going to get that gliding down and together of the blades and the lift and expansion of the heart, and then lower back down. Do that one more time, then I'm going to add another element, and lower back down. All right. Laterally rotate your legs, so they're still open, but now the toes are going to turn out. This time, as you lift up, I'm going to have you do the same motion with your arms. You're also going to bend your elbows, bend your knees, bend your knees, squeeze your heels together as the roller comes towards you. Extend your legs and lift them off the mat when you come back to your hover. Bend your knees, lift your upper back, give a little squeeze between the heels, lower back down, lift those legs and hover. And again, lifting the upper body, now lowering the upper body, lifting the legs. Two more times. Bend the knees, activate those inner thighs. Now the glutes and the quads to reach out. One more time. Pulling it in and up and reaching away. Lower those legs back down. All right, from here, I want it. Hope you want it. A little shell stretch time. Roller under your hands. First, hang out in the shell and just get your focus on your back again. Take a breath in. Let the air expand the back of the ribs. Hold here for an exhale, compressing your abs and gently pushing that roller forward. Take another breath in, and then just add a little more push forward at the shoulders. All right, let's go into a full undulation. You're going to tuck your tail under, roll up to sitting, then stick your chest out and lower back down. Exhale, roll yourself up, and inhale back down. So I'm looking at my knees, then I'm looking out beyond the roller as I go down, dropping the head, rolling up, and lower back down. One more full one. And reach away, and then you're going to roll all the way back up. All right. We're going to do some inverted work for your hips on the roller next. You're going to lay on your back, and we're going to do a bridge, and then slip the roller underneath the hips. So if you take your pelvis up, when you slide this in, we want to create an angle that tilts the pelvis so your pubic bone is pointing up and your hip bones are down. If you're familiar with what your SI joints are, where your sacrum meets the innominate, the sides of your hips, those little bony prominences are a great thing to feel against the roller to help you engage and do the tilts. Okay, then your hands can either go on the sides of the roller if that's comfortable with your arm length, or you can put them here if that's a little bit better, but something that will stop the roller from rolling away. And then, so we got that tilt, got that stability. You're going to take one leg up at a time to tabletop. Which do I prefer? I like this better myself. Okay. Once your legs are in the air in tabletop, and it's okay if they're a little closer than that for a second, a lot of the ab work is going to come from when you're exhaling. The feeling of pulling your ribs back a little bit when the ribs come together. You can see that keeps me in an incline, and I'm resisting arching my back here. That, combined with that pelvic tilt you made, will give you a lot of focus on your oblique abdominals, and we'll get to work your abs without having to do more work on your neck like we did in the crunches. Okay, so let's start out just getting your hips moving to feel that. When you exhale, I want you to extend one leg out straight, leave your other knee bent. Then you're going to inhale as you start to switch legs and exhale, reach away. Let's keep doing that. Keep it at this slow pace so that you have time to pull those ribs in and check that you're doing it right on every rep. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Bend both knees in. Let's try with both legs at the same time, doubling the intensity of how you have to pull in. Breathe in before you go. Exhale, extend your legs out straight. Inhale, bend your knees. When you do this one, so you can feel it's a big shift in how much load you're holding with both legs out there. If it feels like too much and you're starting to arch, you're going to reach out a little higher. And if this doesn't feel challenging enough here, go out a little lower. And what determines that is in part your strength, but it might also be leverage. If you have a long torso and short legs, you're going to need to go out lower to get a challenge. And if your legs are heavy or very long, start high and over time build your way to a lower angle. One more time. Exhale, reach away, and inhale to return. Let's extend both legs straight up to the ceiling. Now we're going to go into a scissor, and definitely make sure you have a hold of the roller, pulling it towards you to keep it underneath you, because we're going to have a pulse on this, so it's going to feel there's a little bounce you have to fight. Breathe in to prepare. When you exhale, let's split your legs, pulsing deeper, deeper. Inhale as they pass, and reach for 2. Inhale, exhale. So I find this to be a challenging one on the legs. At the angle we're at, you're still going to feel a lot of restriction if you're tight in your hamstrings or in your low back. So you're going to be working a little harder to pull that leg towards your head. Exhale, reach, reach. If you need to put a soft bend in that knee as you pull it towards you, that's fine. Let's do 4 more times. Reach, reach, lift and exhale. Last 2 and 1. Both legs up. I will never miss a chance to do a windmill. Now is the time. Can you make your scissor shape without the pulse? Bring your right leg toward your head and the left leg away from your head. Now you're going to circle both of your legs out to the side, and we're going to pause. Right here you look like a straddle split. Keep circling your legs around. You look like the scissor again. Do the scissor 2 times. Cross once, cross twice, circle your legs all the way around. Take your time with it. Scissor once, scissor twice. Start to circle the legs. Practice making it even. Always pause when you're in the straddle split just to make sure you got it. And continue through to the other scissor. Cross it twice. 1 and 2 and sweep. This always feels very matrixy to me when I go super slow. Scissor 1, scissor 2, one more big slow one, and then yes, for your speed demons, we're going to do 3 more sets a little faster. Here we go. Scissor 1, scissor 2, exhale, big sweep around. Again, scissor 1, scissor 2, exhale to circle the legs. and scissor, scissor, sweep it around. Good, both legs up. Lovely timing. My mic turned off. Okay, so you could do a little reverse crunch, roll it out from underneath you, and bam, put it right under your feet. All right. If you are your hamstrings, if weakness of them is a problem, this one might make you feel like you're going to get a cramp in your or a Charlie horse in your hamstrings. If that is the case, take the roller away, and this is bridges. Just do it without the roller. All right. Otherwise, you're going to put it under your arch. You want your feet about 6 to 8 inches away from you. Arms by your sides. Let's just test this out to see what it feels like. So you're going to give a little pressure down into your roller. You're going to extend your hips, lift up into a bridge. Breathe in at the top, and then come back down with control. Okay, try adjusting the roller if it doesn't feel comfortable. Try another bridge just to make sure it stays. We're going to press down on it, lift the hips up, and then lower back down to the mat. All right, this time we're going to do a set with pulses. Push your hips up to bridge. Come down most of the way. Now pulse up for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come most of the way down. There's those hamstrings. Pulse up for 1. Keep that roller in 2. Further 3. Inhale most of the way down. Last time. Pulse it up 1 and 2 and 3. Stay up for an inhale. When you come down this time, do it as a roll. Let's send a wave through your body, through your ribs, your low back, your hips. All right, let's do one more set of those pulses. Exhale, push up to bridge. Inhale, come most of the way down. Now pulse it for 3. Further for 2. Keep that roller in. 1. Inhale most of the way down. And again, pulse it up 1. Higher for 2. Higher for 3. Most of the way down. Last time. Pulse up 1 and 2 and 3. Stay up to breathe in. Roll it back down. All right, this time you're going up, and we're going to make that roller go back and forth. Exhale, push up to the bridge. Stay for a breath in. Now we're going to curl in for 3, push it away, 2, push it away, 1, push it away, come back down. 2 more sets of that. Exhale, push up to bridge, stay there to breathe in. Now pull it in, 3, press away, 2, press away, 1, and come back down. Last time. Exhale up, hold for an inhale, pull it in, 3, and 2, and 1. Roll back down this time. Okay, now I would suggest kick that to your butt. Place it behind your thighs. If yours is soft like mine, you're going to want to grab it this way. And let's just reach your feet up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Point your toes. One more time. And then just bend your knees. One more time. Reach your legs up straight. So I'm giving a little pressure of the roller against my thighs, and I'm trying to push my thighs into the roller so I get that hamstring stretch. And then when I add flex the ankles, calf, and then point, pull in, point away. One more time. And then tuck your knees in. All right, kids. Out of time. Have a client waiting downstairs. Ugh. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.